Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो हमारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करना तक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ पाना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. सत्संगत्वे निसंगत्वम, निसंगत्वे निर्मोहत्वम, निर्मोहत्वे निश्चलतत्वम, निश्चलतत्वे जीवन मुक्ति, भज गोविंदम भज गोविंदम. Bhagwan Shankaracharya writes, the highest spiritual practice is satsanga. कुरुते गंगा सागर गमनम व्रत परिपालनम अथवा दानम, ज्ञान विहीन सर्वमतेन भजति न मुक्तिम जन्मशतेन. All external things are okay in their own place, but they are not the ultimate. Ultimate is change your vision. Scriptures are studied for changing our standpoint with which we are looking at the world. When the standpoint changes, our perceptions change. When perceptions change, our interactions change. When interactions change, our experiences change. When experiences change, the quality of our life changes. To make it changing our perception, how important it is. See, for me, spiritual life is not a serious affair. Therefore, my happy mantra you have heard. Many people have got that funny notion. Spirituality means as if you have consumed handful of caterpillars. And what will be your face like? No. That is not spiritual life. That is spiritual punishment. See? Therefore, let us understand this point. When our vision changes, everything changes. See? First of all, I will tell you a light one and then I will tell you with reference to Bhagavan. There was a young boy, unlike any one of you. I cannot say like any of you, unlike any one of you. And he was riding a motorcycle and he was out for flirting. So he saw one girl going ahead. So he thought, let me go and flirt with her. He went and stood in front of her with a view to say hi. But it so happened that girl who was looking like a young girl from backside, when he saw from the front, it was 78 not out. The moment he saw her as an old lady, will he say hi? He will say hi, hi, kisko dekha? So change the vision. During the time of a Quit India movement, some of the followers of Mahatma Gandhi and other people approached Bhagwan and they advised him that why don't you tell your devotees to join the freedom struggle? Bhagwan was very calm and quiet. He said, have you seen a movie? So these serious people, Gambhirananda, they thought Bhagwan has not understood the question. All fools think that the wise don't understand. So they again wanted to repeat, no sir, we are asking you. He said, yes, I understood your question. Now you listen. If you, those days there was no TV, no laptop, no any iPad, etc. Only screen movies, that too black and white. So he said, if you see on the screen, a house is on fire and some people are being roasted inside in the fire, will you go with a fire brigade? Will you take a bucket of water and throw water on the screen? No. See, there used to be one movie you might all have seen, Nagin. Mera Tana Dole, Mera Mana Dole. It was a very famous movie of its time. So when that movie used to play on the screen, as a child I remember, many villagers used to go and do namaskar and then do arti because they had taken it to be real. This point I am bringing exhaustively. This has to be clear. Once I was going for the airport in Sydney. The person who was driving me, I didn't know him. He has never come for any talk. I said, hey Maharaj, I have not seen you. May I know yourself? Who are you? He says, Swamiji, I am professor of electronic engineering, software, etc. in the university. I said, very good. Now one of my biggest problem, you solve it. Problem was, when we delete some data, where does it go? When you delete, it is not available to you. Where it goes? When you add some data, your machine, your phone, your laptop, does it become heavy? Think. And when you delete it, where does it go? If it is lost, gone, then how they retrieve the data again? From the deleted data is retrieved. How it happens? So he was looking at me. I said, look at the road, not at me. Then he told, your observation is very right. Normally people don't think about it. I said, I am abnormal. I think what people don't think. Then he told, nothing is created, nothing is deleted. See, what is data? It is electromagnetic event. Electromagnetic things do not have weight because they are not objects. Think, light has no weight. Electricity doesn't have weight. Magnetism doesn't have weight. Yet they create problems. See, we are all electromagnetic personalities. Think over it. Now what can you do about it? Nothing can be done, nothing need be done. When you require, you use it, afterward delete it, over. But what happens? We carry the burden of our past. When I was child, it was like that. Who asked you? See. Therefore, the first thing we have to understand is nothing is born, nothing is destroyed, nothing happens to nothing. There is no creation. There is no destruction. In Yoga Vasishta, there is a story where a theme is beautifully brought out. The theme is about the space. There are three spaces. Gross space, where the gross world exists. Mind space, where the thought world exists. And third is the conscious space, where you and me exist. Now, gross space supporting the gross world, not opposing any content, but at the same time not getting influenced by any content. So if we want to walk spiritual path, start playing what it is like being space. Your mind will dissolve. Mind cannot sustain itself without name and form. So, we give this homework to the mind. No meditation, inquiry. So, you inquire what it is like being space. So, the space supports everything, rejects nothing, doesn't get influenced by anything. Now, we start playing it. The body, the possessions, the relations, all are supported by us. But they don't influence us. Start playing. This is what Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi did when he was a child. He was learning from every experience. When he saw about the death of somebody, he started playing. What it is like being dead, he tried. He has not gone to school, college to study. No. On the contrary, afterwards, when he started studying Shiva Rahasya and Upanishad, he was exclaiming within himself, come on, this is what is my experience. See, friends, from this point of view, according to my little understanding, real spiritual practice is when we start learning from our every single experience. And when you learn from your experiences, you will never forget. See, if somebody tells you, but if you don't learn, the teacher will be a failure. Therefore, like Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi was dedicated to Sadguru, Sat is one. He was dedicated to his own being. He was not running here and there from pillar to post. No. See, friends. So when we start playing this way, what it is like being space, then slowly one day by God's grace it will click. Possessions have meaning only when we are identified with the body. When we are not identified with the body, as in dream and deep sleep, possessions have no value. When we are in deep sleep, we are rich or poor, who are Telugu or Telangana. See? Everything disappears. So all this world is valuable only when we are identified with the body. So what should be the spiritual practice? Start playing what it is like being other than the body. Body has shape, body has gender, body has size, body has weight, body has modifications. What it is like being other than the body. One day you will get this click. Thoughts cannot appear on the horizon of the mind unless there is a seed of Mr. Somebody. This is what Bhagavan says. Manasam tu kim margane krute naiva manasam marge arjavat. Arjavat, very simple. Don't struggle inside the world or outside the world. So he is to ask this question. Who is disturbed? I am disturbed. Who is this I? Manasam tu kim. I means me. Me means what? Man, woman, young, old, rich, poor, intelligent, unintelligent, etc. Start inquiring. This inquiry we are trying to learn. The first inquiry is what it is like being other than the body. Then worldly possessions, relations will have minimum impact on us. As a result, we will not gather too much of garbage around us. Then this world will stop disturbing us. Like Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi was not disturbed by the world at all. Then he goes to the next step. The mind space, like the gross space supports the gross world, the mind space supports the thought world. The support is not influenced by supported. Gold is not influenced by the name and the form of the ornament. If the statue is that of Rama, gold doesn't become holy. If it is that of Ravana, gold doesn't become unholy. Because support is not influenced by supported. Same way, thoughts, let them come and go, who cares? But we get lost in the yoga. Yogaha chitturti nirodha, and suffer more and more. On the contrary, Bhagwan's approach. When you open your eyes, you can see. Is it a problem? When your ears are open, you can hear. Is it a problem? So if there are thoughts in the mind, where is the problem? Where the thoughts should come? Should they come in the nose? You can blow them off. Think. So thoughts is not the problem. Our obsession. Why there are bad thoughts in the mind? Where will they come? Instead of complaining about the mind, start inquiring. See, what is the root of thought production? One day, by God's grace, you will discover this. Whatever we have given importance to in this world, that becomes the reason, the cause of thoughts in the mind. See, friends, as many thoughts we get in our head about Ram Janmabhoomi, Babri Masjid, all things, do we get that kind of thought, what is happening in Kenya? Because we give zero value to that. So who is the culprit? We are the culprit. We give importance to something, and therefore, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The more you try for Shanti, the mind will revolt. Then what is the technique? Technique is learn to remain indifferent. Let the thoughts come and go. Who cares? See? How to do that? Very simple technique. As you listen to satsanga, listen to the world. In satsanga we are told, you are Sakshat Brahman. No, Swamiji, you are Brahman, I am most unfortunate. If somebody says, you are the fool of the highest order, how do you know? That we accept. So as we listen to satsanga, that when we are told you are divine, we don't accept, In the same manner, when people call us names, let them call, who cares? Change your vision, approach, interaction in life. This is what Bhagwan did himself. And therefore, he did not struggle for Maunam. Many people have this wrong notion. Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi was in Maunam for 18 years. No, please. He was not in Maunam. He has nothing to talk. Will you talk about the potability of the mirage waters? Will you try to conduct the chemical analysis of the mirage waters? Will you be proud? I have seen mirage waters and I was even swimming in that. No. So when you take something as an illusion, you will see, you will enjoy, but you will not get influenced by that. Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi was in this experience. For him, this world is seen. He enjoyed, but doesn't get influence. And therefore, he was not practicing silence. He was in silence. See, friends, suppose you go and tell somebody, the other day I was coming and there was such a huge mirage waters, I was nearly getting drowned in that. What people will say? To whom are you bluffing? Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi, when he knew that this is just an appearance, what is there to talk about? Therefore, if you see, many people have got unwanted concern about the world. The world is too bad. When the world was not like this, tell me. In Satya Yuga, there is to be Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, Rakshasas. Then in Treta Yuga, there is to be Ravan Kumbhakarna. Then in Dwapar Yuga, there is to be Kamsa, Duryodhan, Dushasan. In Kali Yuga, we are all there. What is new? This world has always been like this. There is nothing new in this world. See, my friends, therefore, there is no reason we become too much worried. Just take it as it comes, goes. The example I can think of, what should be the quality of our mind, which Bhagwan had naturally? That quality should be like a mirror. Mirror reflects anything that comes in front of it, rejects nothing, reacts to nothing, at the same time retains nothing. Therefore, mirror does not have a personality. Mirror doesn't have a history. Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi belonged to that mirror, in whom the whole world was reflected, and yet he remained untouched by that. So will the mirror say, do you know, I have reflected the fire, but the reflection of the fire could not burn me. Will he have the arrogance? It is natural. So to remain non-reactive in this world was natural for Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. He was not doing purposely that he doesn't want to talk. That is what is real spiritual practice according to Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. See? Then even this question will not come to your mind. Who am I? Who asked you to find out who am I? One college, one boy asked me this question. After the talk was over, Swamiji, yes, please tell me, what? Who am I? Then I asked him, should I tell you the truth or bluff? He said, for a change, tell the truth. I said, listen, you are full of the highest order. When he said like this, he said, Swamiji, do you mean Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi? Because he also said, who am I was the question. I said, look here, he didn't ask me this question. You have asked me. I am not answering him, I am answering you. Anyway, doesn't matter if you are not heard, nothing is lost, nothing is gained. Therefore, the more we are clear about it, don't take life too seriously. This has always been like this, it will continue to be like this. We are here only to play a role that we are asked to play. Okay? But what happens? We get rolled up in the role. Okay? What is spiritual experience? I'll tell you one example. What Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi was living 24/7. You know, during earlier days, like 1920 or so, the ladies were not coming on the stage for acting in the dramas. Now the gents don't come. So, who will do the part of the ladies? So the gents is to dress, make up, speak, and act like a woman on the stage. When he was acting as a lady on the stage, that time also the actor knew that he is a man. But his acting was so perfect that he used to get great applaud, many awards. Why? Because he was a perfect actor. This is what our Mahamantra is. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%, followed by Karnataka. Don't get entangled in that acting. When you get entangled, you start reacting. And when you are doing acting, you don't talk a word of your own. Whatever the script writer, the director has told, that only you speak. You can't add anything from your side. Exactly the way, whatever role we are playing in our life, play that role perfectly, but don't get entangled in that. That was the reason why Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi did not gather crowds around him and then, yes, what can I do for you? Or nothing like that. Those who want to go, come, sit there and get out. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. If we are having Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi as an ideal in front of us, we cannot justify being disturbed because of anything or anybody in the world. Thereafter, who am I? Question will become redundant. Our problem is, we know what I am. Unless this what I am is deleted, who am I will not be revealed. You can't ask anybody, who am I, tell me. So that college student, when he asks, please tell me who am I? How can anybody tell you who are you? You have to find out. Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi did not go from pillar to post. Guru Maharaj, please tell me, please initiate me. No. Discover yourself. Don't get entangled. Otherwise, if you go to other guru, then you are doing Guru Droha, you will go to hell. Don't get entangled in that gimmick of Gurudom. Sadguru is one. And Sadguru is the one, our ability to learn from every single experience of our life. This example I gave in the other day in one of the talks. The food is in the plate, the hunger is in the stomach, pet. By looking at the food, your hunger will not go. The food has to be lifted, put in the mouth, chew properly, mix with saliva, swallow, and when it reaches the stomach, then the hunger is satiated. In the same manner, we are asking somebody, Guru Maharaj tell me. Guru Maharaj tells, where is the Guru? Outside. Has that Guru gone inside you? How the Guru enters us? When we are able to learn from every single experience of our life, then only the external Guru has descended in our heart in the form of our ability to learn. Your kids, when they were small, have they ever asked their parents, Mummy, when you were small, how did you start learning how to walk? Can you please teach me? No. They discovered their own techniques. First of all, they are walking in the air, but they don't move. Then they come on the stomach. Like the reptile, they start, but it doesn't become maja. Then they come on the knees. Even then, it is not good. Then they stand near the wall, hold something. Slowly, they put one step and fall down. If the child stops learning thereafter, he will never be able to learn. But he doesn't give up. He doesn't ask anybody. Therefore, please remember this thing. If we are following Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, don't ask anything to anybody. Discover. And one day it will click to you that the cause of our disturbances is not outside. You will get these experiences every now and then. See? There was one troubleshooting fellow, he told the neighbor, hey, Gupta ji, I heard your son met with a terrible accident in USA. Gupta ji, frustrated, started talking loudly to himself. I told him not to do this, but he doesn't leave. Wife is calm. When the age grows, man is weakling and a mother or the wife is strong. This is manufacturer's defect. So, when he was talking loudly to himself, wife said, don't shout. Call him. Find out how is he. So he called. And that time it is at night in USA. So the son lifted the phone. Dad, how many times I told you don't call? He is all right. Now see, what was the cause of disturbance? He has given importance to something. Friends, if we have given importance to something, we have to devalue that. This has to be clearly understood. And when we give zero value to this world, like Bhagavan did, nothing is created, nothing is destroyed. Then you start analyzing your own experiences. Where are we? When are we? And what are we in deep sleep? Work on this. In deep sleep, we are nowhere. We are never, no time. We are nobody. So, we transcend the matrix of time, space and object, 3 by 3 matrix. And what is the waking? Bhagavan Shankaracharya writes, see, बीजस्यांतरिवांकुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः माया कल्पित देश काल कलना वैचित्र चित्रीकृतम्. In deep sleep, no time, no space, no object, no body, therefore no samsara. And what is waking? First projection, space, where I am. See, I keep on changing my places every few days. So when I sleep, I keep the lights on. On that also questions. Swamiji, why do you keep the lights on? So I can see the dreams better. Because when I wake up at night, I don't know where I am, which direction I have to go, where is the bathroom. Because in deep sleep, no space. Then immediately we see what is the time. And then what for I am here, who I am. So the whole world begins from me, the whole world is maintained in me, whole world goes back to me. See friends, this is what Bhagwan's approach is. Remain calm and quiet. First, efforts. What are the efforts? Dekho, suno, mat bolo. See, hear, no comments. World is not created. Now, the next step, according to Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi, he never observed Mauna. Mauna was his natural state. Like space doesn't have the ahankar, ego, that I am supporting the four elements, they can't touch me. It is natural. Not getting disturbed, natural. Like water is not disturbed when the waves break. Water doesn't get frightened when it goes in the air in the form of vapors. Water is not afraid when it falls in the form of the rains, it will break. No. That is in living is Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. Therefore, he was not struggling to observe Mauna. There is nothing to talk. Therefore, initially for us, practice this. Two things. One thing, don't create words. And second thing, don't talk to yourself. And don't listen, or rather listen to silence. Two things. Do it right now. We will be one with Bhagwan. First, don't talk to yourself for 1 minute. Now to accentuate this further, add one more parameter. Not only don't talk to yourself, but listen to silence. Listening to silence means no sounds disturb us. When we don't talk to ourselves, we don't create sounds. This is Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. You are fully aware. You are hearing me. But you are not disturbed. Like the water is not disturbed in the ocean or the waves. Therefore, when Bhagwan's eyes are open, they were merged in the infinite. The depth in his eyes is because he was not looking at anything. Seeing is happening, but seer is not born. See? You look at my eyes. I am looking at my camera. You can see my eyes. Then I am looking at the tube light. See my eyes. Now, looking is happening, but I am not looking at anything. This experience where experience is happening, but experiencer is not born, is Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. And because experiencer is not born, there is neither success nor failure, neither achievement nor not achievement, neither good nor bad. Thereafter, whatever Bhagavan was talking, he was always surprised about himself. Come on, what is said in Bhagavad Gita, what is said in Upanishad, that is my experience. We go the other way around. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam kledayantyapah, na shosheti marutaha. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणः न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. He used to be surprised. Come on, this is my experience. The Upanishad is talking. In Narada Bhakti Sutra, a sutra comes. Tirthi kurvanti tirthani, shastri kurvanti shastrani. All the holy places are holy because of the great masters. If you go to Tiruvannamalai, heat will kill you. How hot it is. Now you are from, what is this place? Hyderabad. It doesn't make any difference because you are already living in the hot area. Last year we had a retreat in Tiruvannamalai. And I am extremely delicate person. Little bit of heat, my whole body becomes paralyzed. So there I was staying, only one day I stayed and could not control, non-stop loose motions. About 100 people for retreat. So immediately shifted to a hotel, AC room, and there I could survive. So satsang was going on. Then Swami told me, Swamiji, are you doing it purposely or what? I said, why? He said, when you give talk, you are normal. After the talk, you are abnormal. I said, this is natak going on. What is great in the Tiruvannamalai if you remove Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi from there? Therefore, tirthi kurvanti tirthani. You go to Shirdi, most of you must be going. Shirdi is such a terrible place where water is a big problem. Each bucket of water costs 10 rupees. But that horrible place has become a great center of pilgrimage. Therefore, these great masters, they are creating greatness in that place because there is nobody. This experience without experiencer is God for us, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. If we become disturbed, miserable, we have gone away from Bhagavan. If we become excited, we have gone away from Him. Be in tune with Him. And this experience, initially efforts, subsequently effortless. What is the effortlessness? We will not be obsessed by silence, nor we will be obsessed by the sounds. Sounds are, silence is absence of sound. So the sound is recognized in two ways, presence and absence. We support both. We support the sound, we support the absence of the sound. Therefore, we are beyond presence and absence. This is what I told you, the technique we did it. When we don't talk to ourselves, we are not producing sounds. When we are listening to silence, we are not getting disturbed by the sounds. Who are we? We are beyond the presence and absence of sound. And therefore, when it was required, Bhagwan did speak. When not required, cock, poultry farm, no. And his expressions were not prepared, they were spontaneous. Spontaneity is the expression of divinity. See, friends, in this manner, when we slowly work on the teachings given by Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, then we will come to know karma for purification of the mind, upasana for single pointedness of the mind, yoga for controlling the mind. Instead of struggling with these three, Bhagavan says, the one whom you are trying to control, find out what is that. Mind is troubling, impure, therefore karma. Mind is multi-pointed, therefore upasana, to make it single pointed. Mind is uncontrolled, therefore do yoga, chitta vritti nirodha. Bhagavan says, do it, but one day you will come to this point. Manasam tu kim? What is that mind, we are struggling? See, friends, this approach of Bhagavan is so unique. Eyes can see everything. Try to see your own eyes with your own eyes. Try. You cannot. In the same way, mind can think about everything in this world. The moment mind is asked to think about itself, manasam tu kim? Margadi krute, thus inquired, you will come to know naiva manasam. Where is the mind? See, friends. Therefore, slowly and steadily, we start working on the non-existing mind. My friends, the day we start working on our mind, that day we are reborn. Our present birth is The body given by the parents, it will die. Like in every winter, we buy a new pair of socks. In the same manner, in every birth, we have got a new pair of parents. Nothing new about it. So many lives have come and gone. Is enough is enough. Now we have to start working on the mind. When we start working on the mind, we have taken first bold step on the spiritual path, and that is our rebirth. शुचीनाम श्रीमताम गेहे योग भ्रष्टोपि जायते अथवा योगिनाम एवं कुले भवति धीमताम. Such a seeker never dies. This body, along with the body, dies away, but the seeker will never die. Therefore, friends, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi very clearly tells, enough is enough outside. And we must know why we do karma, why we do upasana, why we do yoga. See? Hrusthale mana. We have to bring the mind swasthatak. We have to bring the mind to our own source. Source is Satchidananda. When the mind goes back, it is for this purpose, Kriya, Upasana, then Yoga and knowledge, Bodha. Slowly, slowly, all the things disappear. And that which cannot be discarded, aheyam, is the ultimate truth. In that, Bhagavan was effortlessly gliding without any struggle. See, friends, but he has come to this not by doing anything. Please remember this basic principle of approach Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi had in his life. He did not do anything. His whole life was a life of undoing and unbecoming. He was not struggling to do something. No. He had nothing to do, nowhere to go. That effortlessness is our proximity to the divine. See? Like we hear in the lives of many rishis, saints, that they have gone to Himalayas, standing on one leg and doing this thing and that thing. Nothing he has done. He was just quiet. Because nothing to gain, nothing to lose. With this approach, when we start living our day-to-day life, life will be at peace. Now, to conclude, how do we know we are following Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi in letter and spirit? We are at peace with ourselves. And a person who is at peace with himself or herself, he is at peace with the whole world. A person who is at war with himself, he is at war with the whole world. Many times this happened in Mumbai. My friend, and he has gone somewhere. He says, Swamiji, I will come in the evening. You can do whatever you like. I said, all right. I get food, I don't need anything. And he had one daughter, very sweet, maybe about 5 years, 6 years. So he told her that when I come back in the evening, we'll go for a movie. We'll take Swamiji also. So she was so excited. Today I am going to go for a movie with Papa and all that. Whole day he was a totally failure in the day. Came home frustrated, angry. And the baby didn't know. what happened outside. So as usual, she went, Papa, now get ready quickly, we have to go for a movie. Go for a movie, give one. Why? He was not at peace with himself. He cannot be at peace with the world. Highest spiritual practice. Don't try to improve others. God failed. When the manufacturer failed, what a mechanic can do? Therefore, take care of yourself. Be at peace. I am not telling become at peace. No, be at peace. And the technique is the simplest. देखो, सुनो, मत बोलो. देखो, forms, रूप. सुनो, नाम, शब्द. World is नाम रूपात्मक जगत. World is nothing but name and a form. If these two things we do not react or comment, we are observing Mauna of Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi style. Our Mauna is like baby's Maunam. Gira Maunam hi Balanam. Put some message. I am observing Mauna. I will not talk. Then somebody says, Maharaj ji, what is your name? Immediately take paper and pencil. Since how long you are observing Mauna? These are the cartoons of Mauna. If required, talk. If not required, don't talk. This I learned, you know where? In Haridwar. With my friend, I was coming in a rickshaw. He said, Swamiji, in this ashram, there is a big Mahatma. Should we take darshan? I said, come, I go anywhere, I have no problem. So when we went, there was a secretary. Any Mahatma having secretary president is a corporator Atma. Mahatmas don't have walls. So that secretary came. He said, no, you cannot see Mahatma Ji. He is observing Mauna. I said, okay, don't scold us, yaar. We are just come, we go. Again, after some time, he came running. Wait. What happened now? Mahatma Ji called you. How can he call? He is in Mauna. Don't argue. I said, all right. We went. Then I told my friend, hey, let's go. He said, not him, only you go. I said, you enjoy, I am going for a sacrifice. And he was really a Mahatma, size-wise. Mahan asti Atma udaram yasya sa Mahatma. So, huge structure, sitting on a huge sofa. And I am a plastic brand, so plastic chair was given. So, he wrote, what is your name? So, on that paper, I also wrote, Swami Gadbadananda. Then, where are you from? Second question. Again, I had to Vrindavan. Something I have to write. Then third, where are you staying here? Haridwar. I wrote some name. Then I realized myself, come on, yaar, I can talk. Why I am not talking? He was writing, okay, he is in Maunam, but I can talk. When I realized this, I laughed. He also realized that. He also laughed. Then I asked him a question. Maharaj, in Maunam, laughing is allowed? See, friends, a real spiritual practice is you are 100% available in the world, but you are 100% untouched by the world. Padma Patra Vivambasi. Like the lotus leaf, he is born, grows, maintained, sustained in the waters, but the waters cannot touch. This is Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. Let us take his guidance and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम.